So Web 2.0 Expo is this huge event where a lot of the technology companies get to go there and almost launch themselves and get people to come and see what they're all about and visit their sites, see what their products and their services are. And it's this great big event with thousands and thousands of people. And so this year for my web, we went to the one in San Francisco. And it was actually a pretty crazy story. So as a startup, oftentimes we have to bootstrap, which means that we are constantly worried about not having enough finances to keep going. And so we have very, very limited finances. And during that whole Web 2.0 Expo, we only had a budget of a couple $100, which was barely enough to even cover a kiosk, which is the cheapest events exhibit space at the Web 2.0 Expo. And we actually waited till a week before the expo, and I called in. I said, "Hey, do you have anything left? We love to be, participating in this event." And the lady says, "Hey, we got one more." And of course, they wanted to, sell that last spot for anything at this point. I was able to negotiate so that we only paid, about $100, which was unbelievable. Okay. But when we got there, it was of course located in the worst location. It's in the corner, kind of off to the side. And the funny thing was, we didn't even have the budget to purchase, to pay for the union fees, which is terrible. And so we got a lot of, let's just say we didn't have any slackage given when it came to how we set up our booth. And so anything that was jutting out was considered, a fire hazard of some sense. And anyways, with our limited budget, we couldn't really do much except make flyers. And the funny thing was, when we got there, all these kiosks had, plasma screen TVs attached to their laptops so people can see them. They're all very high tech. And with our budget, we actually went to this little Asian printing place where we were able to print a lot of quarter sheet flyers. We didn't even use a whole page for flyers. We used quarter sheets. And I actually talked to my Deca advisor, and I borrowed 2 of the projectors, and we brought them there. We attached it to our laptops and played this little commercial that we had made, about 2 weeks ahead. And one of the high school students was able to help us out. She was a graphic design student. And so she actually made this whole commercial for us, and it looked so awesome because it was, vibrant, and our color, it was actually orange, white, and black. And so there was these vibrant, bright colors that just popped. And I went to Michael's, and I splurged. I spent money on a $2 foam board instead of the $1 one. It was $2 because it was double-sided. And we brought it to Web 2.0, and what we did was we pretty much jimmied that foam board. We stuck it into the little slits in the kiosks on the side and the middle, and we took pen caps and we, kind of squished it into that same slit to make sure it stayed. And we used a lot of duct tape that day, and we used a projector to project that commercial onto this foam board, which was pretty much elevated above everyone else's plasma screen TVs. And that's the funniest thing, because people were coming up to us saying, "Hey, we thought that was the most awesome, creative use of, whatever your foam board, And so people actually came to our kiosk more than the other ones. And then because we're kind of located in a funky position right against the wall, we decided to use our second projector and project that same commercial on the wall behind us. And of course, there's nothing the fire marshals could say because it's just light. I mean, it's not a hazard to anyone. And so overall, turned out to work well, and people loved what we were doing, and the fact that we're just handing out flyers and being really authentic and trying to describe what we were doing, and the fact that we had the most creative use of our budget and trying to get our name promoted, that people were very, very just like excited to come by and see what we were doing. So that was the day where I got the chance to meet a lot of influential people like Tim O'Reilly. And I actually got to talk to him. And ABC7 News, which is a huge news, I guess, in the Bay Area, in California, they came out and interviewed us, and we actually got a lot of the perks that someone who paid just for a kiosk wouldn't have gotten. And all of that, wouldn't have been possible if I didn't make that initial call and explain the situation about how we're, really bootstrapped right now. And, I was really glad that the Web 2.0 Expo organizers were that kind to us to actually, lower the price for us. But overall, it was the best event ever. It was as successful as you can get it. And throughout this process, we got a lot of PR, a lot of publicity, and all that happened because I was pretty persistent in getting them over. And so I would constantly call these reporters and email them about how they needed to come visit us. And I tried to explain not only is our product or service, unique in its own way, but I explained our situation about how, we are doing something amazing. We're out there to change the world. And of course, when they came and they saw the foam board instead of a plasma screen TV, that piqued their interest a lot more. And so overall, a lot of hard work were put into that event, and a lot of great things came out of that event as well.